some video of our pond here.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling you about this.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's. You might want to keep a squeegee up here. If they ain't gonna fix it, I told them about this.
It looks like they worked on the other one.
yeah, it's
Bad
just
thing
froze
is,
over.
it's right where the panel. That's where we're at in the panel. Oh. Man.
Well, I've got waterproof boots on.
Let's see if we can get this thing open.
This is the Innovent air handle.
Well, on the short end. The chair's ocean free. Yeah. So to open this up, like I said, you got to have all your everything lined up. Then you got a key right here. You got the push. Open it up. And that'll lock you out. All right. Innovent. So this is basically a 100% outside air unit, right? That's what it got changed to. So you've got safety. This is a very high pressure system. Don't open these doors while it's running. It'll knock you out. Well, that has locks on it. You open the doors, it actually kills the system. So it shuts it down. Some of them you don't, some you can't. If it doesn't catch, it's got a safety. You turn the knobs, and on the supply side, if it doesn't catch that door, you ain't gonna stop that door. It'll knock your teeth out. Be careful. So I guess we shut it down for blast. I'll let you get it first. So this enables your unit. You actually have enable inside one of the menus. This is probably, if you guys are going to do maintenance on this, it probably wouldn't hurt to hit one of these classes too, because the menu will absolutely go through just about everything. So this is your main menu. You actually have the unit enable, disable it, or like I said, you can go down and trigger this off. The whole purpose of this is, like I said, bring in 100% outside air based on static that they're reading, and that's how your supply fan tracks the exhaust fan at a little bit lower rate. And like I said, you're bringing in 100% outside air. You're based on a discharge set point of 72 degrees. 72 or 70? 70 degrees. So it's going to try to maintain that 70 degrees. To do that, so here's your outside air damper. If this, for some reason, this will not run, more than likely it would have an alarm on it, but your outside air damper didn't read its end switch. If you don't read the end switch, it's going to take it down. So here's your outside air. You want to look, bring in your outside air damper. Are you guys familiar with units like this? I mean, as far as makeup units? And
We've got one at the high school.
You got a Ballon or Innovent or?
To be honest, I can't tell you. A Ballon or an Invent. It's a train unit.
Oh, it's a train makeup air?
It's a train unit.
Okay. So you're familiar with a heat wheel, how it works. So you got your outside air mixing with your return air.
We are interested in maybe hitting on cleaning that, how often that needs to happen, that kind of thing.
Again, the manual will tell you.
Okay.
But they recommend about every 10 years. The key, absolute key, and if you look, your filter is a little dirty, is changing those filters, because you do not want to. Yeah, you do not want to drag this bear out. I actually forgot about this when we come out here and change filters the other day. But they recommend just detergent and water. Nothing elaborate, nothing fancy.
Okay.
Like I said, you're bringing in your return, you're mixing, and you're supplying out. And from that, of course, you got a regular, DX coil. You got a reheat coil. You guys know reheat. You don't need necessarily cool, but you need to dehumidify. Then you bring on reheat, which tempers the air. This is access, so it has to maintain that 72 degrees, like I said, it's going to mix with the return air. And then to further finish it off, I mean, your heat wheel will drive it within 20 to 30 degrees, mixing with the return. You bring in 90 degree air, mix it with 70, it's going to bring it down. Bring it in 10 degrees, you mix it with 70, it's going to bring it up. So from that, you actually have electric heat to heat the air. And then on the other side, you got regular DX, which is normal high pressure 410A, high pressure.
No belts, right?
No belts. Nope, no belts. Like I said, you got an exhaust fan. I'll show you where the exhaust fan is. So you got a supply fan, you got an exhaust fan. Like I said, the exhaust fan is just a little bit below the supply fan, and it tracks with the supply fan based on your status. What's good to know is if you ever have any problem with your VFD, you've got two bypasses. And I have to look at the schematic, but I think this is the supply and this is the exhaust.
No, it's backwards. It's labeled on this side.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had some issues with it. So this is your exhaust fan. Like I said, if you have problems with your VFD, in here, like your exhaust fan and supply fan VFDs actually. And of course they'll have an air coat on them, and they would, they'll have an air coat obviously. If you guys lose power for some reason and this will not start up, you may want to come up here and just double check that this went back into the auto mode. Run. And then it should do what we just powered it down. But it should, it gets a signal from the controller which tells us to run. If for some reason it doesn't run, you just want to make sure everything's on, because if you lose power, it may not have reset itself.
Okay.
But again, standard 2 circuits. These are on digital. Have you guys dealt with digital scrolls before? So digital scroll is a 0-10 signal. If it's calling for 100%, then this compressor will run. But you'll be up here one time, you hear it go, or you'll swear that the thing's getting ready to walk off the roof. Well, it's unloading. Could be because it's only calling because it's trying to maintain that 72 discharge air. It doesn't need 50 degree air, so it's actually going to hit, like say 50%. So it'll be on for 5 seconds, off for 5 seconds. And you'll think, my goodness, what's going on? But both circuits have those scrolls, and then they'll stage on with the demand. And these do have filters on them, in case that's it. You guys do have to do a repair on them, so they definitely have a canister filter that you replace. 410A. Like I said, you have a reheat coil to help temper the air. You don't need cooling, but you need dehumidification in the spring or whatever. This is the controller. That's probably your friend.
Yeah, them filters are pretty bad, Brian.
I don't know. I'm gonna call as soon as I get done. I can give a class on the controller, but you probably just need to put your hands.
Yeah.
I'm a better hands-on than I am.
Not supposed to walk with your hands in your pockets, I guess, is the deal.
Again, you got a main menu. That sort of takes you back to the main menu. So you've got your supply, you got your cooling coil, which is 37. It's colder than crap. So your supply set point is 72 degrees right now. From that is all your inputs on your sensors. You can actually check your sensors if you got alarm. And then here's your status. Go through your status. Again, this is gonna be something you guys are gonna play with. If you look, see the percentage? That's your digital scrolls. You got A circuit and B circuit, like both of them. And these are your digital scrolls right here. And then this is for your heat wheel. That's VFD for your heat wheel. And like I said, are your contactor compressors. These are your compressors. You got a supply condenser fan, and then pretty much a regular panel you guys are probably used to. Try to help you out here. If you have an alarm, this is where your alarm. You find your alarm. You just enter, and it'll tell you the active alarm. Get back to the main menu. So you can actually drive stuff on. Like if you have an issue with electric heat, you wonder whether or not it'll come on. You can actually manually drive stuff on. To do that, control variables. Again, I'm telling you, you guys will never remember this, but again, the manuals and phone calls, you know, we're definitely approachable. But you're in the advanced menu. You're gonna log on. Password for maintenance is 9, and it's in the manual. Should have a manual here. That's 998. Current service level. So that will bring up another menu. Your manual overrides. To enable the override, you enable it. But you see a little X mark. Little X mark, and it's gonna let you override for 4,800 or 480 minutes. After that, it's gonna reset and then go back into auto. So from there, you can actually override the occupancy. I say again, if you lose control and this thing's offline, then you can actually come here and manually bring it on. You can jump it out on the controller, but you can do it here. You can bring on the exhaust fan. Like I said, it'll all help you troubleshoot. You can drive the outside air damper open, close. It'll tell you the position. That way you know where it's at.
If we got to come up here manually start it up, is all the settings preset in it? All we had.
Yep.
We don't have to change nothing.
No,
We
you're
basically just override it, and then when the door comes on, we
right.
come back and put it back in normal mode.
I mean, your biggest thing is to come up here and verify that hey, 72 degrees, or hey, that's a little bit warm, whatever, then drive it down from there. But like I said, you can bring on compressors. You can bring on your heat, bring on your electric heat. That way you can troubleshoot. You can bring on half banks or whatever you need to bring on. But this is where you'll, like I said, you can actually get it up and running, and to reheat, test your reheat. You get about a 20 degree rise or so with electric heat. So kind of an idea. You know, the coal will be 40 degrees, 45 degrees, whatever. You're going to get about 60s, some odd degrees out of reheat. Again, I mean, it's going to be a matter of you guys playing with it.
See a USB.
Yeah,
is that backup?
That is actually. I'm glad you pointed that out because that's mine.
Okay.
What happened was the sequence was different. For what it was ordered at the time, it actually modulated the outside air damper wouldn't open up. You guys requested 100% outside air, so we had to do a program change. Any program change you're going to do off a USB.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, that's mine. So right.
Logic controller.
What's that?
So what brand is that Logic?
It's they call it Pico, but it's tritium based. Tritium based. I mean, like I said, just standard input output. Schematics are pretty good as far as troubleshooting stuff. To find out where sensors are. If you have a bad sensor, what input goes to. That way you can check the wiring and stuff like that. I mean, actually pretty decent. A lot better than most. I'll say that. Like I said, for you guys, this is probably critical knowing that, hey, you can bypass your, DFD if you get an alarm on it, you can't reset it.
But not while the unit's running.
Not while there's news, because you will have a problem. You will start blowing fuses. Low fuses. Overamp, you know, so well that ain't boom, all of a sudden, not good.
Y'all catch that?
Yeah, I caught that.
Fun part.
This right here is really critical too, because what it does when it powers up, it's your phase monitor. If you lose a phase or drop a phase, this will not come on, this will not pass your voltage to your controller, and it'll be dead in the water. So you need to make sure this is nice and solid and green. Like when we do startups, we make sure that it'll be red if there's an issue, or it'll be blinking. Like I said, again, it's got what it's doing. If it's pulsing, then it means whatever. But that has to be solid green. If not, it will not pass. And I have seen these go bad where it's not passing voltage out, and you're dead in the water. So that comes on, that's happy, passes. Outside air damper drives open, in switch, supply fan comes on, exhaust fan comes on, heat wheel comes on. Maintain 72 degree discharge air is what you're looking for. And then, like I said, use electric heat or cooling, whichever it prefers, or digital scrolls.
Missed the VFD for the heat wheel.
Yep. So, kind of a brief overview. If you guys have any questions, like I said, it's pretty standard. You pretty much, if the sensor's bad, it's going to tell you the sensor's bad. Like I said, going off the schematic, you can find out where the sensor is on the input, home it.
So you're my contact for years to come.
Absolutely.
On
man.
this one.
Absolutely. Absolutely. No issue.
Yeah, these hunters.
Unless I get fired from training, then I may. That's always a possibility. But no, I mean, as long as I work for training, I don't know. Call me. I'll be retirement. Don't call me. I don't remember anything. I'll have to. So I guess yeah, but yeah, absolutely. Just give me a yell. Any questions? It's no issues. No worries. I think we got the first year anyway. 2 years.
Yep.
2 or 2 years. You sure? I think somebody being not truthful. But no, yeah, call.
Good deal.
No worries.
Need your drive out of there?
Yeah, I was just getting my ladder, but
I like it.
oh, there you go. Appreciate it. Call you
Close
out.
that little lid.
Yeah, that way. So yeah. So again, menu, enable. So they don't have control of it down there. You can enable and disable this thing. So Mitsubishi's, you're locked down, man. But this.
Did we get all the doors closed?
Yeah, it'll let you know pretty quick. Now, so your heat wheel came on. It's at 60 hertz or 50 hertz, I guess, whatever came from the factory. A good. Yeah. So here comes your exhaust.
It ain't warm, but it ain't as cold as this.
It's a little cool.
So if you guys ever get an alarm as far as your supply fans, and you know they're coming on like this, you got CTs actually on these. You can adjust the sensitivity. For some reason, like I said, they're not coming on. But yeah, you'll have a supply fan failure alarm. So I would check the VFD first to make sure there's not an alarm on it. Like I said, you know they're coming on, you can hear them coming on. If you know they're coming on, then there's a little, about a 90-second delay. It'll ignore the initial ramp up, and then it starts looking for that. If that's not making, then you're going to shut down the dead water. Condenser fans. Of course, condenser fans are on pressure switches. They'll cut the very first one. That way, it's a little less ideal conditions outside to cool. And then, of course, your supply fans kind of keep that head pressure. It's going to try to maintain the head pressure about 325, 410A. So, obviously, if your fans don't come on, then you've probably got an issue with pressure switch, with head pressure going into it. But you have a manual reset for your high pressure. And that's about it, really. So you got that's the deal is you guys just got to play with it. You really get comfortable with this stuff. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy once you kind of get your head wrapped around what you're trying to do. Definitely do it for the manual. The manual will actually tell you flow, what you're trying to do CFM wise, in what mode. Like I said, in a normal occupied mode, you've got this going on. If you're heating mode, then you've got certain parameters that it actually tells you. And of course, going through the controller, they got good controller information, how to wade yourself through menus. So it's a pretty good cool manual. You guys definitely want to kind of look at that a little bit.
Okay, is that manual, would it be available online as well?
That I'm not 100% sure, because we're a rep. When I ask for stuff, I mean they send me a link, and it's usually through their cloud.
Yeah.
So I don't know 100%. I hate to email people. You mind just email me that question, and I'll see if I'll call them.
Okay.
See if I can get you guys.
This would be nice to have one at shop. We said
Yeah.
study of it.
I thought
yeah.
about we could take it back and copy it, but I'd rather have it online.
It's better, and I may have one. Just if you don't mind, send me a reminder.
Okay.
Like you do, and then kind of go from there.
Okay.
Anything we can work on. Get you what you need. That's all I got, man. You guys.
Okay, I'm gonna shut this off.